Alhaji Mukhtar Ramalan Yero, the Dallatun Zazzau, assumed office as the Executive Governor of Kaduna State on the 16th of December 2012. He stepped in from his position as Deputy Governor of the state following the tragic death of the then Governor, Sir Patrick Ibrahim Yakowa. With this development, he became the fourth civilian governor to preside over the affairs of Kaduna State since the current political dispensation came on stream in 1999. It also made him the 19th chief executive of the state since its creation in 1967. 11 of them were military men, and the remaining 8 civilians. Brought to power by destiny, Governor Mukhtar Ramalan Yero was saddled with the unenviable task of governing a state like Kaduna, well known for its heterogeneous complexity and the epicenter of some of Nigeria's worst religious crises. Though relatively short, his tenure has been nonetheless eventful. Being a PDP government in the state, it was not difficult for him to find his bearing, having been part of it as a commissioner of the Ministry of Finance between 2007 and 2009. His was a government of continuity starting from where his predecessor left. This much he pledged shortly after he was sworn in as governor of Kaduna State.
I sincerely desire to build on the good foundation that my boss has laid. I therefore covet your prayers for God's wisdom and guidance, and direction.
Governor Ramalan Yero made the issue of peace and security the priority of his administration. It is no surprise that Governor Ramalan Yero made security concerns top on the agenda of his administration. Kaduna State has had the misfortune of going through a vicious cycle of violence with its attendant disastrous consequences.
Peace is expensive, but it is also cheap. It is dear whenever there is breakdown of law and order, but cheap when we strive to sustain it.
The approach of the Ramalan administration in tackling the problem is both short and long-term. In order to secure the state against sporadic cases of conflict, the state government reinvigorated, equipped and expanded its joint security outfit known as Operation Yaki with 40 new vehicles. These vehicles are well equipped with modern communication gadgets in order to enhance the services of its personnel, particularly in areas that are most prone to violent conflict.
It is our responsibility to also contribute this equipment toward the actualization of having a secure environment for all the people.
In furtherance of this drive to beef up security, the 23 local government areas of the state complemented the efforts of the state government, with each council providing its police division with a new Hilux patrol vehicle.
God be the glory.
The increase in the visibility of security personnel has no doubt helped to maintain peace in the state, but unfortunately not totally removing the threat of conflict, thereby prompting the state government to focus on the long-term solution through the promotion of interfaith dialogue. The Ramalan Yero administration is also giving expression to the quest for peace through constructive engagement by reaching out to stakeholders. These include traditional rulers, religious leaders, and civil society organizations. The essence is to bring their influence to bear on the peace-building process. The effort in this direction has been quite rewarding.
I am particularly pleased with the prevailing peace and security in the state now. For the time past, Kaduna State has witnessed too many communal clashes, leading to deaths of innocent people.
Such communal clashes are not actually religious. They are ethnic and economic. But religion comes in so that they get support from outside of their community.
I believe Governor Yero is trying very hard to listen to the religious leaders from both the Muslim and the Christian communities.
The success story is such that Kaduna State was given the chance to host the 4th International Conference of the Forum for Cities in Transition. The conference, which took place in Kaduna in 2013, had participants drawn from 21 cities around the world.
Time that we take the talking from these conferences out of such buildings and have them in the communities where the conflict is.
I normally and always said the best way to solve a problem of this nature is by individually, collectively agreeing to live in peace.
Next to security is the development of the education sector by the administration of Ramalan Yero. The governor, in forging ahead to revamp the sector, has now made it possible for boys and girls in the state to have qualitative education at all levels. Having moved from a state of near collapse to becoming a vibrant sector, the Kaduna State government is giving education the deserved attention in recognition of the fact that without an educated citizenry, no meaningful development can take place in any society. In order to fulfill this objective, Governor Ramalan Yero, upon assuming office about 2 years ago, ensured that the state's outstanding counterpart funding to the Universal Basic Education Commission (UBEC) was settled, thereby paving way for the provision of infrastructure in order to address the problem of dilapidation in public schools. Scores of schools were rehabilitated and new ones were built in order to improve the learning environment across the state. This is in addition to the provision of classroom furniture and teaching aids. Consequently, a number of schools are wearing a new look, and students as well as parents are excited with a renewed impetus to improve the fortunes of education in the state.
We are grateful with what he did to us, and we thank him for what he did, and we wish him another tenure.
We are really thanking him for providing furniture for us now in our class. We are now sitting comfortably too. I'm really thankful to him.
We have employed additional 1,800 teachers at the basic education level and another 217 academic staff for the Kaduna State University. We have also introduced capacity building program for teachers in core subjects of English language, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. This approach has yielded positive results as Kaduna State emerged third this year on the list of states with the highest number of students that passed the West African examination.
The free textbooks policy of the state government, especially at the primary school level, is an initiative that has significantly reduced the problem of accessing books in the core subject areas of English, social science, and mathematics.
And normally, we used to receive about 160 or 70 million naira from UBEC for TPD, Teachers Professional Development, while Kaduna State is the only state in the Federation that match the same amount. So that instead of training 1,000 teachers. We train 2,000 teachers every year.
To further demonstrate its commitment to education, the Ramalan Yero administration now pays NECO examination fees for indigent students. Students in tertiary institutions, both within and outside the country, are getting scholarship allowances. So far, more than 100 million naira